Hi, I'm Austin.
Hi, I'm Josh.
And I'm Damon.
And we're Teens Talk Hockey.
Fans watching it right now. Quick whisper. Look at the effort of not just getting right in feet and on the arm. Behind that goes. Ovechkin trying to drag it through.
Hello, Teens Talk Hockey fans. Today we're going to be filming the Washington Capitals.
Our last episode, right? Our second last episode.
Yeah, Winnipeg Jets still.
Our second last episode until we are doing the big prediction
video. Ooh. Anyway, yeah, Washington's got some good players. Ovi, Backstrom, Green, Holtby. I can't think of anything right now. Yeah, this team's got some good players, like I just said. They made the playoffs this year. They're a good team. Let's get on to the next team. Thank you very much.
Stay tuned.
The Washington Capitals kind of slumped this year. They fell from first overall in the East and 107 points the year before to just 92 points and 7th in the East. However, they did have a good playoff run, but I'll let Damien talk about that in just a minute. But anyway, their offense is ranked kind of an average 15th, and their defense is pretty average too, being ranked 18th. They have some good players in Ovechkin, Backstrom, Green, and now Ribeiro. Ribeiro was someone who they added for Cody Eakin in a second-round pick from Dallas. Ribeiro's an excellent player. He's like a 65-point, 20-goal guy. He's got some slick hands. Ho. Dirty dangles. But anyway, Mike Ribeiro's awesome. He's a great player. He'll be excellent for that Capitals second line center.
You can really say that Washington really sucked going from 1st to 7th last season. However, they beat the defending Stanley Cup winners, the Boston Bruins, in Game 7. But they went in the second round to lose in Game 7 to the New York Rangers. I think the final score is 2-1. Anyways, these two playoff series were the best I ever seen last year.
You could say the Washington Capitals sucked, going from 1st to 7th and losing the Stanley Cup champion winners. Yeah.
Winning to Stanley Cup champion winners.
Yeah, I know, and that series was great. The Boston series is probably that Boston series was probably the best series of the playoffs, if not the best series. Like, might
except for 2010 to 11 when they had the best series ever, beating Canucks. Game 7.
No, Washington-Boston series.
Yeah.
That series was awesome because you want to know what?
What?
Every game was decided by one goal. I think I just did that 8 times. You can count. But anyway.
I don't think they like math.
That's the only series ever that's been decided where every game's been decided as 1 goal. 7-game series. So, pretty awesome. Yeah, pretty good series. I think that might be the best series since like the 94 Rangers Canucks or 94 Rangers Devils. So.
And do you think that if Boston would have won that game, what do you think they would have made it to?
Well, if Boston would have won that game, who would they would have faced? Boston would have faced
New York.
No, they wouldn't have. Boston would have faced
No, because
they would have faced Jersey.
No,
Jersey.
Washington went to New Jersey, to New York.
New York would have faced Jersey in the second round. So then New York would have beaten Jersey and would have been Philly. Who's that?
No, I'm saying Boston would have replaced Washington to meet New York.
Yeah, so Boston would New York would have beaten Jersey, and then Boston would have beaten the Flyers.
Do you think that Boston could have won the Stanley Cup in 2 years in a row?
Yeah, Boston would have beaten the Flyers anyway. They would have swept them. And then it would have been Boston, New Jersey final. Who would have won that?
Don't know.
I think I would have picked Boston 6 games. Then you have a Boston LA final, and then it just gets crazy.
This is getting too boring and too long, so favorite players are next.
Yes, they certainly are. Nicholas Backstrom is a slick Swede. He put up a slick 14 goals and a slick 44 points in a slick 42 games. He's got some slick hands, he's got a slick wrist shot, he's got some slick stats. Anyway, he's a good slick Swede, and he's going to be slicking it up centering Ovechkin, because Ovechkin's pretty slick too. Slick.
Ovi has 38 goals for 65 points. If you think of it, he had just 65 goals alone a few years ago. That's terrible for the Russian. Possibly because he showed up at training camp out of shape. Possibly from all the burgers and vodka he's been drinking and eating. If you think of it, if he's in good shape and playing with confidence, he's easily a 50-goal scorer with 100 points.
Yeah, the Washington Capitals do have a lot of good players. They like Backstrom, Ovechkin, Ribeiro, Green, Holtby, Neuvirth, Schultz, Carlson.
Ribeiro and Backstrom have slick hands, right?
Yeah, he really does actually. Like Backstrom and Ribeiro have some of the best hands in the NHL.
You also have to say that Ovechkin's also pretty slick too at scoring goals.
Well, yeah, Ovechkin's got fantastic hands too. You can't deny him.
Oh yeah.
Except he always has his gap tooth smile, so that takes away some of his slickness.
Oh yeah. And mostly all the Coke drinking. Remember when you snuck a Coke on the bench? A Coke and a smile.
Yeah. Okay. Whatever. Yeah. Coke drinking is not recommended. Not recommended. Anyway,
like what happened to Chara? Risky game, 7 drinking Coke.
What do you think of Mike Green? We didn't talk about him.
It's pretty good. He has a black stick, right?
Yeah.
A hockey stick.
Big slap shot.
Yeah.
What? He got to get back to his 70-point ways though this year. This year he had 7 points. He had 4 of those points in one game.
Yeah. Was he injured?
Yeah, he was injured for a lot of the years.
Yeah, so that's the reason.
I know, but still, he's got to get back to his 70-point form.
Yeah, because he's been injured, and that can really put effect on people.
You got to get back to that way it was in 2009 where he scored 31 goals. Really rare for a defenseman to score 30.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, Mike Green's pretty good. Ovechkin's good. Backstrom and Ribeiro are slick, and
questions are next.
And Holtby's a good goalie.
My question is, can Ovi bounce back to a 50-goal scorer and 100 points? Because if he's in good shape and with playing with confidence, he can easily get that.
The Capitals have kind of an identity crisis right now. They're don't really know if they're a defensive team or an offensive team. They're kind of in the middle. They don't really do anything well. But you know, with a new coach coming in, Adam Oates, what will he do? If Adam Oates turns them into an offensive team, Washington will excel. If they're defensive, they might not do as well because their team's not that great defensively, but they couldn't turn it around. Dale Hunter tried to turn this team into a defensive team. Didn't work as well, but it got the team solidified together in the playoffs. Made them a much better playoff team than they were a regular season team. If Dale Hunter can turn this team into an offensive team, they might not do so well in the playoffs with a regular season powerhouse. But if he turns them into a defensive team like the way they're going down, they might be a much better team. And then Ovechkin will suck and complain, but whatever. Yeah, so what will Adam Oates do with this team is my question. Yeah, Washington does have some questions going forward, eh?
Just a couple.
Yeah, I think their biggest question is their coaching, though, because they kind of have an identity crisis right now. So the coaching's crucial. Because, Dale Hunter tried to turn them into a defensive team. Bruce Boudreau's kind of more of an offensive coach,
Yeah, they were just offense powerhouse in
like 2010, I know. And then this year they're kind of just average.
Thank you, Burgers and Vodka. You're killing the goal scorer,
Ovechkin. You're giving Ovechkin a vodka gut. Yeah, not a beer gut, a vodka gut. Anyway, where do you see him next year for your prediction?
I see him winning their division at 3rd, I think.
All right, respectable. I see the same thing, too. Third overall. And if
we came to an understanding.
Yes, we did. And if they don't win their division, I'll see them 6th because they'll be behind Philly and the Pittsburgh Rangers. So, anyway. And with that, who's our next team?
Winnipeg Jets, our last episode until the big prediction.
Anyway, I'm Austin.
I'm Damien. And we're Teens Talk Hockey.